So OWI made a huge announcement, and oh boy, it really stirred up the entire squad community. OWI announced the introduction of microtransactions that will be coming in the form of emotes, at least to start out. Based on OWI's announcement, emotes are likely just the beginning, as I'll explain in this video. Now, before you freak out, the emotes that are likely being introduced will not be like emotes in a game like Fortnite. I don't think we'll be seeing any Fortnite dances coming to Squad with these new emotes. Now, OWI also hasn't publicly released exactly what's coming, but they've given us some clues. Based on their blog post thumbnail, we can expect things like clapping, thumbs up, pointing, and possibly some tactical hand signals. None of these are really that immersion breaking in my opinion. In fact, if OWI adds a plethora of tactical hand signals to the game, it might actually be good for immersion. So, how are these emotes coming? Well, if you already own Squad, you get a free pack of emotes, but there will also be 2 emotes packs available for sale as a DLC. Now, the price point of these packs aren't included in the announcement. Regardless of whether or not you're a fan of these new emotes, there is something in OWI's announcement that everybody should find very concerning. In their blog post, they include a very interesting paragraph that stated, "As we look into the future, we see a long and healthy life for Squad. It has a large and dedicated player base. We have plans for more updates and to support the game beyond 2023. While many of these planned updates will be free, we also realize that we need to continue to fund the development of Squad. Paid content like emotes is one such way to help fund that development and continue our work on improving the game." Interesting. OWI seems to be hinting at the fact that emotes is just the beginning. If the future of their microtransactions are things like skins, more emotes, or other cosmetic things that don't hurt or change gameplay, I think most people will be okay with that. This statement does lead to a very concerning future for Squad. They say that many updates will be free, while immediately following up with stating they need to continue to fund development. This leads to the possibility that new maps or factions might end up locked behind a DLC paywall. OWI addresses this concern, but doesn't actually diminish it. In the Q&A section, they include a response about maps and factions specifically, stating, "Our approach to the future of Squad is to keep it as inclusive as we possibly can. Creating maps and factions takes a lot of time and effort, and we wish for our entire community to be able to enjoy the fruits of our hard work. As inclusive as possible." That's a very interesting choice of words. It clearly is a non-answer that leaves the door open for factions and maps to potentially be monetized in the future. This is worded in such a way so they can say that they never made any definitive statement about those types of additions to the game. Now look, I understand that a lot of time and effort goes into improving Squad and adding new features. Those things cost money. If OWI doesn't see Squad as profitable to continue to develop, improve, and add to, they'll ultimately abandon it for other projects. This foray into microtransactions is part of OWI's way to continue to justify putting continued time and effort into the game. That being said, putting factions and maps behind DLC paywalls would be disastrous to the community. You'll create a separation between those who can afford it and those who can't, and that's before considering the community backlash. OWI has had to see the backlash just to the emotes announcement, which really has no bearing on gameplay and is inconsequential as far as features go. The future of Squad is important to all of us. I know you want the game to improve and grow as much as I do. Is this the best way OWI can accomplish that? Only time will tell. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes, and I'll see you on the battlefield.